all the participants for the day 31 for the course Cyber Security. Okay, let me share my presentation. Can I have any response? The screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, good evening to all. Let's start today's session. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to see the topic on steganography. Okay. Initially, we have seen all the algorithms related with cryptography. Okay. So this is also somewhat we are going to compare this cryptography with that of the steganography. Okay, fine. Okay. So the objective of today's session is to make you know about the concept behind the steganography, and the outcome of the session, the students will be able to understand the what are the concept behind steganography. Okay. Okay. So these are the outlines of today's session. First, we'll be dealing with what is meant by information security. Then, what are the methods available to provide the information security? There are two methods. One is cryptography and steganography. Okay, we'll be seeing what is the definition part of cryptography and what is the problem involved in cryptography, why we are going for steganography. Okay, and what are the advantages of steganography or cryptography? We'll be seeing all these, and after that we'll be dealing with the steganography and the terms involved in steganography and the history of steganography and what are the types involved. Steganography in text or document, in audio, video, images. So these are the types of steganography, and we'll be dealing with the stegma and stegna analysis. Okay. And next, what are the software tools available to use this concept steganography? Okay, we'll be dealing with the software tools available, and what are the applications where we can apply the steganography concept, and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and what is the latest research is going on in steganography. We'll be dealing with that, and finally we'll conclude. Okay, fine. So coming on to the rise of internet. So internet is being emerging one. So in which the important factors to be noted is that if the use of internet increases, there should be a security. So we should provide some security to the information. That's the important thing. So whenever the use of internet increases, we have to think about the information security. Okay. So what is meant by information security? Okay. So information security means we are going to provide or protect the information. So protection is provided to the information systems from the unauthorized users or unauthorized access or unauthorized use disruption. What is meant by disruption means disturbances or the problem which interrupts a process or activity or event. That is called as disruption. So it's nothing but the disturbances caused. Okay, fine. And modification, recording, or destructions. So these are all the things. Okay. So information security means we should protect the information system from the unauthorized users. Okay. So what are the methods available to provide security to the information? Okay. So there are two methods to provide security to the information. The first one is cryptography. The other one is steganography. Okay. So these are the two methods which provide security to the information. Okay. We'll see. So how these two methods are interlinked. Okay, fine. So cryptography means the content is going to be hidden from the malicious people. That is, the message going to be hidden from the unknown people. Okay, that is the meaning of malicious people. Okay. Whereas steganography means conceals the existence of message. Conceal means to hide. Hide the message. Okay. So these are more or less interlinked. In cryptography, the structure of the image is scrambled to make it meaningless or unintelligible, and we will be going for that is by applying the encryption. It is going to be a ciphertext, which is unknown by the or which is unintelligible, unable to track the original one. That's the encryption part. Okay. While decrypting using some keys, decrypting key, it is broken into plain text. Okay. So this is what happens in cryptography. Whereas steganography does not alter the structure of the message or secret message. It only hides the message inside a cover image so that it cannot be seen outside, or the users cannot see the hidden or secret message. So that is called as steganography. Okay. So in this picture you can clearly understand that. So in cryptography, the message or the plain text will be given as input to the encryption algorithm, will be applied, and with the help of the encryption key, it will be converted into ciphertext. So which will be in the form of unintelligible text or meaningless text. Okay. So this will be given as input to the decryption, or the receiver will take this ciphertext as an input, and applying the decryption algorithm with the help of the decryption key, they will get back the plain text message. So this is what happened in cryptography. So you will be using the decryption key at the encryption part, and you will be using the decryption key at the decryption part. So when coming on to steganography, so cover file. So what is this term called cover file, or otherwise called as cover object? So this is nothing but any text file or image file or video audio file. Okay, fine. So with this cover file, you are going to hide some data. So that will be also, so this second box, that is data to hide, that is nothing but the secret image. So you are going to embed the secret image onto this cover file. So you are having the original message, and in the original message you are going to hide some messages. Okay. So on applying steganography tools, so the output you will be getting a stegno file. It is called a stegno object or stegno file. Okay. Let's see what is meant by cryptography. It is the study of hiding the information, and it is used when communicating process of concealing a file, concealing it to hide a file or message or image, video, audio within another file or another message or another image or video. That's the concept. Okay. So coming on to the introduction part of steganography. So we define steganography as the art and science of writing the hidden messages. Okay. So it's nothing but a form of security. So with the concept or technology of steganography, security is provided through obscurity. So what is meant by obscurity? That is difficult to understand. Okay, that is called as obscurity. Okay. So with the help of this concept, steganography, the other unknown person or any attacker or any hacker does not hack the word. Since the secret message is hidden there. Okay, fine. So no one apart from the sender and the intended receiver suspects the message. So other users cannot understand the message or secret message. Okay. That's the main thing. Now let's see what are the terms involved in steganography. So there are 4 terms over there. The first one is carrier or cover file. Okay. And steganomedium, embedded or payload, text analysis. Okay. So these are the 4 terms. We'll see one by one. So what is meant by carrier or cover file means? It is nothing but a virtual message or a file. So in this file only you are going to hide some information. Okay, in which the hidden information will be stored inside of it. Okay, so that we call it as a carrier or cover file. So this is nothing but a virtual message. Okay, the steganomedium. The steganomedium is it's the medium in which the information is hidden. So what is meant by embedded or payload? The information which is to be hidden or concealed. Concealed means that is to hide. Okay. So what is the information to be hidden? That is called as payload. Okay. And step analysis means the process of detecting the hidden information inside a file. That is, you are going to detect the secret message. That process is called a step analysis. So coming on to the history of steganography. So how this steganography comes into picture. So Greeks, actually steganography is a Greek word, okay fine. So Greeks used it writing the message on some material. Okay. So the Greek people used the message, writing the message on some material, and later they cover with the wax, cover the original message with the wax. Or tattooing message on a bald head. Later growing hairs will cover that message. Okay. So it's like something secret message hidden, written on the bald head, and later on growing hair will cover up the secret message. Okay. In Second World War, invisible inks were used to write the messages in between the lines of the normal text. then crunched into a tiny ball. So after writing messages on the silk, so it was being crunched like a ball and covered in wax. So the messenger then swallowed the ball of wax. So this was some of the examples how they followed or how the steganography comes into picture. Okay. So then they have used special inks. So inks were the important used as important steganography tools even during the Second World War also. So during the Second World War, a technique was developed during the photography, a page of text into the spot, and then they or hide the top appears. Usage of micro picture. Okay. What are the physical techniques that have been so hiding the images, sorry, messages with the help of the wax tablets. Okay, which is the wax tablets? So wax tablets are nothing but writing, it's reusable writing surface. Okay, and some other techniques or hiding the messages on the messenger's bodies. Okay, and hidden messages on the paper written with the help of the secret inks. Okay, and next thing, messages written in Morse code on knitting yarn and then knitted into the piece of clothing worn by a courier. Okay, so these are some of the techniques used. Physically, they have been used in the ancient times. Okay, and messages written on the envelopes in the area in postal communication. You have been aware of envelopes. Okay, so the message written on the envelopes in the area covered by this postal stamps. Okay, so in that case also you can hide some messages to the receiver. Okay, so these are some of the physical techniques that have been carried out in the ancient times. So digital techniques, coming on to the digital techniques, you can conceal the message. Conceal means hide the message within the lowest bits of noisy images or sound files. That is, they can go for hide the information inside a inside a images or any audio files. Okay, and chaffing and winnowing. So these are the two techniques, digital techniques, and modifying the echo of a song file. That we call it as the echo steganography. Okay, and including the data in a ignored section of a file, such as after the logical end of a period file. So the evolution of the techniques starts with the watermarking, then comes cryptography emerges, then steganography emerges. So what is meant by watermarking? So this is a technique used to identify the image or a pattern in a paper. Okay, so that appears as various shades of lightness or darkness. When viewed by transmitted light, you can able to get back the message. Okay, so in other words, watermarking is nothing but a mark made on some types of paper. So the paper, in a paper, they'll be doing some mark. Okay, so especially paper money, that is only seen if it is held against the light. So you'll be using, or a mark will be made on the paper, and you can go and detect the messages on seeing the light through the paper. Okay, so the light is held against the paper so that you can able to find the messages. So that is watermarking. And cryptography, steganography, we are coming into concepts or we are dealing with. Okay, so what is the advantage of message is going to be secured, and sender and receiver also in a and attract the attention of to themselves. So these are the two advantages of steganography over the cryptography. Okay, so let's see the history of steganography as we have seen in 2 slides before. Okay, so when the art come into Melitus, this aristocrats, they shaved their head and looked thereon. See here, the Derabatus, Emeritus sent a warning about the forthcoming and so they'll be writing directly on the wooden back of a wax tablet, using the surface. Okay, so after applying it means wax surface. Okay, the wax tablet wherein used as a writing surface. Sometimes they can also use this wax tablet as a use for shorthand. Okay. Then the steganography has been widely used, including the historical times and present day. It's also widely used. Even the messenger body also. The reason. So Herodotus tells the story of the message. So that is, they'll be passing the message in the bald head, as we have told earlier in the slide. Okay, they will be writing on the messages on the bald head, and the hair will be covering that secret message, so that nobody can see that message. So it's one type of steganography. Okay. And the hidden messages will be written on the paper in secret inks, so that under other messages or on the blank parts of the other messages. So then they have gone with the messages written on Morse code, on yarn, and then knitted into a piece of clothing owned by a courier. Okay. And they have used the envelopes. Okay, this is all we have seen earlier. Okay, then during the Second World War, and after the Second World War, these microdots. Okay, so these microdots are very minute, less than the size of a period. That is produced by typewriter. Period means a full stop, like full stop. Okay, microdots very minute, less than the size of the period. Okay, so World War II, microdots were embedded in the paper and covered with an adhesive such as collodion. Okay, so after facing or holding the light on the microdots, they can get into the message. Okay. So during the World War II, a spy for Japan in New York City, so that sent information to the accommodation address in neutral South America. So she was a dealer in dolls, and that discussed the doll was a doll order. What was itself encoded. So we call that woman as a doll woman. So some type of steganography techniques used in ancient times. Okay, so we'll to be written on the.
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption, ma'am.
Microdots has been used, then semograms. Okay, so these were the techniques used in ancient times as okay. And coming on to the next, here in this picture you can see the sender is going to send the message to the receiver. So this message is going to be hidden. That is, we'll see that it is something embed the secret messages in a cover message. Okay, so that no one can understand or suspect the secret image. That's the technology of steganography. Okay, so this orange paper, it's nothing but the secret image that is embedded on the green color paper, that is depicting the cover message. Okay, so the secret message is going to embed inside the cover message and send to the receiver. Okay, so that only no one other than the sender and the receiver is going to reveal the exact secret message. So steganography is the art and science of embedding the secret message in cover message in such a way no one can, no one other than the sender and the intended recipient suspects the message. So the intruder will not get to know of this existence of the secret message. Okay. For example, I can take this example. Since everyone can read, in neutral and doubtfully effective. So this is the sentence given. So in this sentence, so pick out all letters. Okay. So this is your secret code. That is secret inside is the secret code inside the message. Okay. So what are the techniques used in steganography? Injection. The injection means injecting the carrier file. So carrier file or cover file. The carrier file or cover file may be an audio file or text file or video file or image file. Okay. Substitution means you're going to replace the least significant bits of any information and determine the meaningful content of the original file with the new data. Okay. So replacing the bits, replacing the position of one bit to the another bit, that is substitution. Generation technique means it requires only a covered file as it is used to create a overt file. Okay. Digital images means digital images in this will be having the images represented in the form of zeros and ones. Okay. And digital images will be having 24-bit depth color message images which will be selected using the RGB color model, red, green, blue. Okay, and the idea is to hide the text in the image. So the input will be your will be given an image. Now with this image file, you are going to hide some text in the image. Okay, with some conditions, that is image quality should be retained along with the size of the image. Okay, that's the condition. Okay, so 24-bit pixels is preferred to 24-bit JPEG. So that is bitmap. Okay, is preferred over 24-bit JPEG because it is lossless compression. What is meant by compression? There are two types of compression. One is lossless compression. The other one is lossy compression. Okay, so what is meant by file compression? That is, a software is used so that the original file will be compressed in order to reduce the size of the file. So why we are going for compression is that the large file can be reduced to a small file in order to avoid the redundancies. Okay, fine. So lossy compression and lossless compression, there are two types. Okay, so lossy compression means it reduces the files by permanently eliminating the certain information. So you won't get the original information. So after compression, lossy compression, you will be getting some part of the original information only. Okay, so whereas you won't get back the entire part of the message. Okay, that is lossy compression. Coming on to lossless compression, every single bit of the data will be originally in the file remains after the file is uncompressed. That is, you will get back your original file where no change in your original file occurs. Okay, That is lossless compression. Okay. So the only possibility of digital steganography is digital steganography means you will be taking a image and you will be going on hiding some text inside the image. Okay. So now consider two pictures. See here, these are the two pictures. Okay, the right picture. Okay, so the right picture is containing some text inside the hidden inside the picture. Okay, so where is the message? So every pixel of the image will be consisting of some bytes. So some bytes in the sense it determines some exact color. Okay, and the text is also composed of some bytes. Okay, so to put the text inside the picture, we hide the bytes of the text inside the bytes of the picture. That's the concept. Okay, so the image is also represented in bytes and text is also represented in bytes. So we are going to fix or insert the text of bytes into the bytes of image. Okay, see here how this example works here. So you are having the image bytes here. On the right side, you are having the text bytes. Okay, now you are going to insert the text bytes into the image bytes. Okay, the last two bits are replaced by the text bytes. Okay, in every row, you are replacing the last two bytes. So in this way, you are hiding the text image in the text message inside the image. Okay, so by only editing the last bits of the bytes, not much will change in the picture. Okay, so you won't notice any difference. As earlier we have seen that we could not find any difference in these two pictures. Yes, so then the right picture is having some hidden text inside the image. Okay, we could not find. The reason behind this, we are only go for replacing the last two bits of the 2 bytes of the image by the text bytes. Okay, that's the reason. We could not find any major difference in the picture. Okay, so for that we will be using some software tools to include it in for insertion of the text bytes into the image bytes. Okay, fine. So what is the difference between steganography and cryptography? So it is providing more or less providing the same purpose, that is hiding the information, that is protecting the information, important information or secured information. Okay, so the different approach is that steganography will conceal the information. Conceals means hide the information, making it unseen. That is, no one can see that particular secret information. But coming on to the cryptography, it encrypts the information and making it unreadable by the unknown person. So you cannot understand the encrypted message. That's the concept of cryptography. So crypto plus steno means adding some layer of security. That's the thing. Okay. So here you can have some points which differentiates the steganography and the cryptography. So steganography means unknown, that is passing the unknown message. Cryptography means passing the known message, okay, to the receiver. Steganography prevents the discovery of the very existent communication, whereas prevents unauthorized person to come into detecting the contents of the communication or information. Okay, so steganography is little known technology, and it's cryptography is commonly widely used technology, and steganography is still being developed for certain formats. And this cryptography, most of the algorithm is known by everyone will use the encryption algorithm, that is DES, AES. All these algorithms were widely used. Okay, and steganography, once detected, message will be known. Okay, here coming on to cryptography, the strong current algorithm will be resistant to attacks. Okay, so you need larger computing power required for cracking. Steganography does not alter the structure of the
secret message. But whereas cryptography, it alters the structure of the secret message. Okay.
So these three goals, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are the main three goals of information security. Okay. So confidentiality means not revealing the secret one. Okay. And integrity means checking the correctness of the message. And availability means making the information accessible to everyone. Okay. So these three things coming on to encryption, the confidentiality and availability is provided.
Digital signatures, that is integrity is mainly
provided. Okay, whereas confidentiality and availability is not provided. And steganography, confidentiality can be provided or it cannot be.
Integrity can be provided or it cannot be, and availability is also provided. Okay.
So now let's come to the steps involved in steganography. So in the left hand side, we can see the message file is embedded into the cover file. Okay, so you'll be add this message file into the cover file. That's the concept. Okay, cover file may be a text file or audio file or video file, image file. Okay, then we'll use some steganography tool so that some secret that is the secret message is hidden. Okay, then you'll get the output as called as stego file. Okay, so this is the hidden data. So thus you have proceeded with the hiding the message. On the other part, the receiver will be go for extracting the messages. So they will take up the stego file, that is hidden data, and apply the steganography tool. Then they'll get back the message, original message. It's the concept behind the steganography. And here you can see the basic steganography model. So this picture can clearly depicts the process how the steganography works on. Okay, so first the cover file, which is represented as X, okay, or otherwise called as cover object. So this is a file used to hide the information. Okay, cover file is the file used to hide the information. So the cover file could be image or audio, video, network or text file. Okay, fine. Then the secret message represented by capital M. This is nothing but the secret information that we want to hide it into the cover file. Okay, fine. So these two, cover file X and secret message M, are given as input to the steganographic encoder. So steganographic encoder used some sort of steganographic methods or functions, which will use the functions to embed the secret message M into the cover file X. So we call that function as f of x comma m comma k, where k is a key. We call that key as a stego key, which provides some extra security. Okay, so key is used to embed the data on the cover file and extract the data from the stego medium. That's the purpose of key. Okay, so on giving three inputs to the steganographic encoder, that is cover file, secret message and key, it will create the output will be the stego object. Okay, fine. So on the other hand, so this stego object looks exactly the cover file, cover object. Okay, so this stego object will be sent to the receiver through the communication channel. Okay, fine. Without the encryption. So make a note of this. Without the encryption, this is the encoding process of the steganography, which ends there. Okay. So on the other hand, the receiver wants to extract the secret message. So this stego object is fed into the steganographic decoder, which also takes us one of the input as key. So for the decoder, steganographic decoder, it involves key and the stego object as the input, and it produces the output, that is the secret message M, which is the intended for the receiver. Okay, fine. So this is the process goes on. The same thing, it is depicted in another manner. The message file, you have to take the message file, then you have to add or embed into the cover file. That's the concept. Okay. Next, you have to go for selecting any of the steganographic tool. Okay. So this tool will be used to hide the message file into the cover file. Okay, fine. Then it will create a stego object. That's the new file which contains the hidden data. So new file is nothing but the stego object or stego file. Okay. So then again on the receiver side, the steganographic tool is used to extract the message. Then it will produce the extracted message, that is the secret messages revealed for the receiver. So this is the process of modern steganography. Okay. So far we have seen the picture, that is the working model or working steps of steganography without the encryption. Fine. So when you are going to apply encryption on the steganography concept, the flow will be like this. The sender will be sending the message. Upon applying that message, we call that as a plain text. Okay, fine. So this plain text will be on applying the encryption algorithm. The key is also used. Encryption key will be used, and it will produce a ciphertext. Then that ciphertext will be given as input to the steganographic encoder. Along with that, we have to use the stego key, cover file. Okay, fine. So all these three things will be given as input to the steganographic encoder. Then it will produce the stego object. So this part is called as the encryption part. Okay, fine. And this stego object, when transferred or transmitted over the communication channel, when it is coming on to the receiver, the stego object will be fed into the steganographic decoder, and also the stego key is also used to decode. You will get the ciphertext, and that ciphertext will be given as input to the decryption algorithm, and along with the decryption key, the original message will be revealed to the receiver. So this is what the process happens when the steganography model goes with the encryption process. Okay, fine. That is the previous thing is nothing but you are combining the cryptography as well as the cryptography, that is the encryption part and decryption part, along with the steganography technology. Okay, so this here on the left hand side you can see steganography as well as encryption combined together, that is joined together, merges together to get back the message invisible. Okay, fine. So then the previous slide I have explained that the concept is depicted in picture. The plain text upon encryption you will get the ciphertext, then giving a ciphertext as input to the Stegno image as well as the cover image, then you will get the ciphertext, then you have to go for decryption process. Again you will be getting the plain text. So this is nothing but combine the cryptography as well as the steganography. Okay. So least significant bit insertion. This is one type of what we call it as steganography, image steganography. So the most common popular method of modern day steganography is LSB insertion or LSB steganography. We call that as least significant bit insertion. Okay. So the overall image distortion is considered minimum while the message is spaced over the pixels of the pixels in the images. So images will be represented in the form of a pixels. So inside the image you are going to hide some text inside it. Okay, the previous slide we have seen. So how the color text bytes or hidden in the image bytes. Okay, so that is LSB technique. Okay, so this technique works best in image size larger than the message. The image it works out. And so encoded in LSB of every byte image. The value change. Okay, and the grayscale is recommended. See, let's take the binary value 1000110. Okay, now we are going to store the 8 bits of character T inside the 8 pixels. So to store 8 bits, we require 8 pixels of image. Image pixels, 8 pixels. Okay, fine. So each bit is going to replace by the LSB of each image byte. Okay. See here. So the pixel value is represented here 0, 24, 10, 0. Okay, likewise. In the second column, we can see extracted bit value. So this is the bit value used. Okay. Now we are going to add this bit value onto the pixel value. So that is going to be used as a mask. So the transformed image value will be plus 1 of the pixel value. There is 0 is converted into 1, 24 pixel value is converted into 25. Likewise, slight changes in your image. You cannot expect drastic change in your image. Okay, fine. So see here, we are going to insert word text. Okay, so the binary digits represented in 8 bits are represented for each and every letters. Okay, so this is the first tabulation. First block is representing the image bits before inserting the text bits. Okay, fine. So see here in the second tabulation, you can see this last bits will be modified. Last bits of the image, you are going to insert this text image. See, 0. See the first tabulation, you are having the last bits at 0010. So this 0010 is replaced by all zeros. See here in the text bits, the first column 00 is here. So you are going to replace that. In the second column in the text, 4 are there. You are going to replace by 4. Likewise, column wise you are going to 4 bits are going to be replaced. Okay. So there will be a slight changes in your image. See here, what is the major concept behind least significant steganography is that if you change the most significant bit, it will have the larger impact on the final value. Or else the other cases, if you change the least significant bit, the impact on the final value is very less. See here 255, the value is represented in 8 bits, that is all ones. Okay, so 1 is the most significant bit, and on the right side also the least significant bit is also 1. Okay, now see, if you are going to make a change at the most significant bit, 1 is replaced by 0 means you will get a different value as 127. That is, change in bytes is 99%. You are getting different output final value. So coming on to change in the least significant bit, 1 is replaced by 0 means the final value you are getting 254. So that change in bytes will be 0.00002% only. Okay. So this is the concept. When you're going for changing the most significant bit, you will get a drastic change in your final output. When you're going for changing on the least significant, the final output will be a smaller one. Okay. So here you can see the original image. On applying the image, that is your final output. Okay, there is no more change, drastic change has not been find out the output. So you could not place the difference with that of the original. Okay, there is a slight change because of the LSB steganography applied. See the in the slide you can clearly understand upon. So this is your the first color shows the blue color most part. Okay, now changing the most significant bit, it is completely changing. The color is becoming pink color. So now change the LSB part. You are getting the blue color in slight changes. So only we are saying that changing on the most significant bit becomes a drastic change in your output, final output, and changing your least significant bit will get some more slight changes only. So it won't affect the original one. Okay. So what are the steps involved in least significant bit steganography? Is the text into message. First you have to load the image and look at each pixel in the hexadecimal value. Next you have to convert the secret text into bits and store them in the least significant bit of the pixel bits, and use the delimiter is added to the end of the edited pixel values. Coming on to the decoder part, decode the text into the message while retrieving all the zeros and ones extracted until the delimiter is found. You will be getting all the zeros and ones. So that retrieving zeros and ones has to be processed until you find the delimiter. So the extracted bits are converted into a string, that is your secret message. Okay. So steganography is divided by encoding a message and decoding a message. Steganography types, there are so many types for there. Text steganography, image steganography, audio, video, network in the sense they can have it in the hidden messages can be embedded on the TCP/IP protocol headers. So in the while sending the protocol headers, you can embed some messages to receive on to the receiver. So that is network security, and email steganography is also there. Okay. Moreover, 6 types are depicted in the previous slide, and this here commonly used types are text or document steganography, video, audio, images. Okay. And these are nothing but encoding the secret message in text, that is text is steganography, encoding the secret message in audio, that is audio steganography, encoding the secret message in images, image steganography, and video steganography. Okay, so coming on to the text steganography, it is accomplished or it is carried out using various techniques. So what are they? Line shift encoding, word shift encoding, and feature encoding. What do you mean by line shift encoding in the sense? In this type of encoding, you will be the text lines will be shifted up and down. Okay, that is line shift encoding. Word shift encoding means in this type of encoding, the words will be shifted from left to right or right to left. Okay, and feature encoding means the minor changes will be occur in the shapes of the characters. That is feature encoding. For example, you can take shades of a character like A, B, capital letters. There is you can make a slight changes on the shapes of the characters. That is feature encoding. Coming on to the audio steganography, it embeds the secret message into the music file. Okay, so the audio file or music file, you are going to embed some methods. Okay. What is meant by low bit encoding? So in this type of encoding, the data will be stored in the least LSB. Okay. As we have seen earlier, we have seen the example also. Okay, fine. So data will be stored in the least significant bit of images, and the binary data can be stored in the least significant bits of audio files. So we have also seen one example also. Phase coding means